The person who coached me in high school football, Tommy McCoy, was the athletic director for East Baton Rouge Parish. And when I got out of professional baseball, I did 1 year graduate work at LSU to get my master's. Then I needed to really go to work for a living. So I phoned Coach McCoy, and he says, there's two places looking for coaches, Glen Oaks and Baker. And I said, I don't know anything about either one of them. He says, go to Baker. So he hooked me up with Baker. I went up there and met with Coach Stewart and Coach Epperson, and it was a done deal. And they needed a baseball coach, so I went to work coaching baseball and JV football for, 22 years before they even had a coaching change at Baker with Coach Stewart, Coach Thomas, and Coach Broussard. So I stayed at one position for 22 years, but I was happy. I think it was 28 total years. It was such a community school. I mean, it was really a close-knit community when I first went up there, for sure. And football was the center of it. And they just started winning the year before I got there. I think they won their first district championship in a long time. They had a lot of good ball players. And they kind of surprised everybody and became a dominant force. And then all of a sudden, Baker was the largest populated school in East Baton Rouge Parish. The period that I was there, I coached 11 kids who later went on to the NFL. Now, when you got that kind of talent, I think back at, we had a backfield one year that had Hokie Gajon and Leroy Jones in it. Both of them wound up in the NFL. How many high schools have two running backs on the same team that go to the NFL? The quarterback went to college on a scholarship. I mean, there was just talent coming out your ears around that place. Coach Stewart, he ran a real disciplined program. I mean, if a kid messed up, he would run an opportunity the next day. If you didn't do what you were supposed to do, they disciplined you. If you got a penalty, they disciplined you. And most of it was not cruel stuff. It was just to remind you you're not supposed to mess up. Those kids that or that particular group, they got national recognition because they shut out their first 6 opponents. All right? And like I said, we played Covington the 7th ball game of the year, and at the end of the ball game, they threw a Hail Mary, and our defensive back said, let the ball hit the ground, and the kid from Covington came from behind one of them, dove and made the catch to score the first points against them. But that crew was great. We had 2 defensive ends, Ashley Scott, who was the only one to sign a college scholarship at the end of that season. He went to McNeese. Troy Ash, who's now an engineer, was the other defensive end. You had Matt Young, who was a 10th grader. He later goes to Tulane. He was one tackle. Shelton was the other tackle. We had Jamie Weibel. Unfortunately, we've lost Ashley Scott, and we lost Jamie Weibel to a brain tumor later. But Jamie was one of our linebackers. Jimmy Hubbard was a linebacker. Rohan was a linebacker. You had Greg Engelsman with a photographic memory, who was a lawyer. Of course, you had Ronnie Richardson, who became an engineer, who was a cornerback. You had Greg Owen. You had Huggy Bear, who was an engineer. You had Jamie Weibel, who was an engineer. I mean, and you had Hubbard, who had his own business. Rohan, I think the last time I saw Rohan, I almost ran over him in St. Francisville. He was a policeman in the middle of the road directing traffic. I had to stop, roll down my window, and start fussing at him. And he's the officer of the law. And he looked at me like, "Oh, coach, great." But it's great to see those kids become grown men and doing good. That's what makes coaching worthwhile. Baker's success was based on the kids that came through, and there was an awful lot of talent that came through that place.